Good morning. It is Monday, February 10th. Here's what we're working on. 7 years after winning their first Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles are back on top.
President Donald Trump will announce today that the U.S. will impose a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports.
And Air Transat will no longer allow carry-on bags for its lowest fare customers. Good morning. A big welcome back to you, Brian. And hello. A big welcome to Emily Taylor. She's going to be in all this week with us.
Good.
Hello.
Morning.
It's been a while since you've been on Morning Live.
It's been a while since I've been on Morning Live, but it's been almost exactly 2 years, actually, since we were on the desk together.
Yes.
Yes.
A long time ago.
A long time. Thank you.
Good to have you.
Okay. You're back.
I think I'm back. Am I back? I'm back. I'm back, and I think I'm ready to go. Reporting for duty.
Okay,
here
good.
we go. All right, we're looking at a mainly cloudy start to the day, and we're going to have a mainly cloudy sky for the day. We could get some flurries on and off. Temperature right now sitting at -8, wind chill about -13. We're going to climb to -4 for the day today, so below seasonal. So we'll call it a cold day, and then you factor in the winds. It's going to feel like about -10 for today. So a cold day. At least we got rid of the snow, but we do have some more snow in our forecast, and that'll be the middle of the week, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. All right, how's Monday morning traffic doing here? So far, so good, actually. 403 Waterdown Road, not a lot happening right there, and that's just normal for this time of the morning. To some MTO traffic cameras, and we'll try to pick out anything, but really there's nothing. I've gone through all the MTO traffic cameras, and I'll just show you a few. Millen Road, Stony Creek looks good. Top of the Skyway Bridge all the way through Appleby Line. So not a lot happening this morning. We will fill in the gaps, keep you posted as we head through this Monday morning. We'll look at the forecast and traffic in detail coming up right now, the news.
Okay, thanks very much, Brian. Well, the Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59.
For the second time, the Vince Lombardi Trophy is headed to Philadelphia. Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59.
Now, the Kansas City Chiefs were playing in their 5th Super Bowl in 6 years. Much of the pregame hype focused on a potential three-peat for them, but the Eagles dominated in New Orleans, winning their 2nd Super Bowl in franchise history. They beat the Chiefs last night, 40-22. The Eagles had their first Super Bowl win in 2018. We'll have highlights of the game coming up in sports. Now, after the game, there was mayhem in Philadelphia as Eagles fans took to the streets to celebrate. Police were called to clear the crowds after some fans started setting towels and sheets on fire. No injuries were reported, and police haven't said if any arrests were made related to the fires. Now to another fire.
Now to another fire, exactly. U.S. President Donald Trump says he's announcing tariffs on steel and aluminum today. Sean Cowan is live in front of Stelco in Hamilton with more. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Emily. Well, Trump made that announcement yesterday aboard Air Force One as he was making his way from Florida to New Orleans to watch the Super Bowl. And he said that those tariffs would be announced today, 25%. Have a listen.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
What about aluminum, sir?
Aluminum, too.
Now, Canada produces about a quarter of U.S. steel imports, while Mexico supplies about half of that. Trump also said he would unveil new reciprocal tariffs on countries imposing tariffs on U.S. products, though few details were provided. Now, we did hear from the CEO of Cleveland-Cliffs last week, and he said that tariffs would be good for that company, which is mostly an American company, but recently acquired Stelco. Now, we did speak with Doug Ford over the weekend, and I asked him about the CEO of Cleveland-Cliffs saying that tariffs would be good for the company, and Ford said over the weekend that tariffs would not be good for Ontario and for Canada. Now, we did hear earlier this month from U.S. President Donald Trump saying that he would be imposing tariffs on both Canada and Mexico, but an agreement was reached, and there was a 30-day pause because Canada and Mexico upped its border securities, but Trump was recently on Fox News, and he said that those border securities are just not good enough. So we'll have to wait and see what comes out today. Will another deal be reached, or will we see 25% tariffs? I'll send it back inside to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Sean. Well, Hamilton police are asking for help finding a missing 22-year-old man. Assad Ishaq's vehicle was found around 10 o'clock last night on Hamilton Mountain near Scenic Drive in Upper Paradise. But there's no sign of him. Police say he was last seen in Mississauga last evening. Ishaq is South Asian, 5'7", with a slim build, full beard, and short black hair. He was wearing gray pants, a black Tommy Hilfiger jacket, gray Adidas shoes. He also wears glasses and has a silver wedding ring on his left hand and a silver ring on his right hand.
A vigil was held for a missing Hamilton woman over the weekend. Dozens of people gathered at Burlington City Hall Friday night to honor 40-year-old Shalini Singh, who has been missing for around 2 months. CHCH News spoke with her family, who appealed to anyone who has information to please speak with police.
They've searched her building 3 times. They've searched up north. And they're still working on it, and they're working hard, I know that. But they still haven't found her. And it's so hard.
Shalini was last seen December 4th entering the Hamilton apartment she shares with her boyfriend, who police say is not cooperating with investigators. After searching the apartment, Hamilton police say they suspect foul play in her disappearance, though officers can't say if they have any suspects. Anyone with information is asked to contact police.
The leaders of Ontario's main political parties took a bit of a break from public announcements yesterday, but that didn't stop them from trying to reach voters on the couch. So the Ontario Liberal and Progressive Conservative parties both had ads air during the Super Bowl. The Liberal Party ran 2 30-second ads during the broadcast, with one attacking Doug Ford about his comments about wanting Donald Trump to win the U.S. presidential election. The PCs had 2 ads as well, one 60 seconds long, the other half a minute, making the case that Ford is the best choice to shield Ontario from the economic turbulence of Trump's proposed tariffs.
And let's head over to sports now. The Philadelphia Eagles obliterated the Kansas City Chiefs' bid to become the first NFL team to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls with a blowout 40-22 win in New Orleans last night.
3rd and 16. Mahomes rolling out. Looking, firing, intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. Gets a block. DeJean is in. Touchdown.
I was up a little bit too late last night, past my bedtime watching the game. The Eagles' defense was simply too strong for quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Phillies QB Jalen Hurts led the way, throwing for 2 touchdowns and running for another as Philadelphia brutally avenged their 20-23 loss to the Chiefs at Super Bowl 57. Eagles running back Saquon Barkley grabbed 31 first-half rushing yards to break the all-time NFL record for most rushing yards in a regular season plus playoffs. Yesterday's victory delivered a 2nd Super Bowl win for the Eagles franchise, whose other title victory was in 2018.
Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts was named the game's most valuable player.
It definitely took a team effort, it took a group effort, and only thing I can think about is all the effort, all the work that was put in over the course of time. And I think we had a focused group out there. You know, offense was able to score points, to take advantage of opportunities, you know, just enough to put points on the board, and then defense played that. They played how they played all year, you know, and I truly believe offense wins game, but defense wins championships.
Hurts threw 221 yards and 2 touchdowns to help beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, the score was 40-22.
The Toronto Raptors dropped their 4th straight game yesterday as the Rockets defeated them 94-87 last night.
One might assume.
No, he can shoot it.
Yeah, he's like 38% now. He's very streaky.
Yeah, if you can kind of catch him in his windup, he's going to throw that thing off the backboard.
Just threw that in. Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks finished with a team high of 19 points, along with 7 rebounds and 2 assists for the Rockets, while Jalen Green tallied 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in the game. Raptors' Emmanuel Quickley recorded 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Rockets improved their record to 33-20 with the win, while the Raptors fall to 16-37 for the season.
Richmond Hill's Denis Shapovalov wrapped up a flawless week at the Dallas Open, securing his third top 10 win and the biggest title of his career.
Game, set, and now.
Denis dazzles in Dallas.
He beat second seed Casper Ruud of Norway for an upset win, 7-6, 6-3 in the final. Shapovalov beat 3 top 10 players at this tournament. He's going to go up 22 positions to 32 seed when the updated world rankings are released. That's his highest spot since September of 2023.
The hockey world will collide this week as the first Four Nations face-off tournament begins. While most of the NHL players will spend a break for the next 10 days, those chosen to suit up for Team Canada, the United States, Sweden, and Finland arrived in Montreal yesterday to prepare for the start of the inaugural Four Nations face-off. The first game is set to take place on Wednesday at the Bell Centre, where Team Canada will face off against Sweden. The U.S. will take on Finland on Thursday.
All right, time to do this Monday here, 10th morning of February. Our time is 6:11. Let's check traffic. First of all, traffic is nothing to talk about, so we'll just give you a few cameras. That's the 403 on Waterdown Road. We usually start with our camera, so that looks good. To some MTO traffic cameras. St. Catharines, first of all, and then around the Horseshoe. Nothing at Glendale, St. Catharines, Midland Road, Stony Creek. Starting to slow down already here at the QEW Fairview. That's an early slowdown, but nothing here at the Ford plant. And again, looks pretty good here at Etobicoke Creek. Our temperature has not changed this hour. Quite frequently it drops. Still, we're not anywhere near sunrise yet, but we're sitting still at -8. The winds make it feel like about -13. We do have some light snow at the moment. The skies are fairly cloudy. So for school today, it's going to be a mainly cloudy sky, so we could see some sun. A bit of flurry activity on and off. The temperature will climb to -4 for the day. Ridge of high pressure to the south, so warm front to the north and another cold front is going to drag across us. There's a chance of some flurries today and tonight. Temperature is going to actually warm up by a couple of degrees for the day tomorrow, so it's not exactly going to get a lot colder. Ridge of high to the north could give us a bit of sunshine. So today we'll see some sun. Temperatures anywhere from -2 to -4 degrees, -6 for Guelph and Kitchener. As I said, it'll be a mainly to partly cloudy sky with a bit of light snow. Tonight, we're also looking at a bit of light flurry activity in some areas to the west of us, but temperatures cold, -9, 10, 11, even -14 for Guelph and Kitchener. And then tomorrow, we're going to climb a little bit, at least Hamilton will, to -2, same for Niagara, but -2 to -3, -5 for Kitchener and Guelph. And there, once again, is that flurry activity for tomorrow. Not really any accumulations. So out the door, 10th of February, temperature -8. Winds are still fairly light, makes it feel like -13, but we do have a little bit of light flurry activity. And we'll look at the long-range forecast coming up. Annette, Emily.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Louis Butko. He's filling in for Emily, who is the other Emily, who is
Yes.
on assignment. So we'll have what's coming up in Chit Chat with him. Also in business news, the head of Canada's largest union is calling on grocers across the country to make it easier to spot products made or produced in Canada. Okay, let's say good morning to Louis Butko. It's kind of like moving pieces all over on our show today. So you're filling in for Emily all week?
All week, yes.
Okay.
Emily on assignment. So looking forward to spending my morning with you guys. So
That's
great
awesome.
to be here.
So are we.
Coming up in Chit Chat, obviously lots of Super Bowl things to talk about. We're going to be talking about some of the musical highlights from last night's big game. We'll take a look at some of the trailers that dropped. And later this morning, we'll break down some of the big commercials that we haven't seen yet throughout the last few weeks. Obviously, we've been showing some of the previews, but lots of Super Bowl talk today coming up in Chit Chat.
Okay. Thanks very much, Louis.
See you in a bit.
Well, the Canadian dollar this morning is down 16 basis points to 69.76 cents U.S. Gold is up $41.40 an ounce, and crude is up 65 cents to $71.65 a barrel. Midday trading in Europe markets are up but just by slight amounts in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
And over in Asia, markets were up across the board in Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. And in North American markets, the TSX lost 91 points. U.S. stocks slumped Friday as worries flared again on Wall Street about tariffs and inflation. The Dow dropped 444 points. The Nasdaq closed 268 points lower. But despite Trump's tariffs on steel and aluminum expected to be announced today, U.S. stock futures ticked up in pre-market trading this morning.
Well, the head of Canada's largest private sector union wants grocery chains to make products made or produced in Canada a top priority. In an open letter, Unifor National President Lana Payne encourages the CEOs of Empire, Loblaw, and Metro to make it easier for customers to identify local grocery items. Unifor says the threat of U.S. tariffs puts tens of thousands of Canadian jobs at risk. The union represents over 11,000 grocery store workers across Canada.
More than 2 million grocery store baked goods are being recalled across Canada and the U.S. due to listeria concerns. The affected products include donuts, cinnamon sticks, crullers, and fritters from pastry wholesaler FGF brands, sold under multiple labels, including Dunkin' and grocery store private labels. The recall notice doesn't specify which retailers carry them. All of the recalled products were made before December 13th and are still within their expiration dates. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration didn't specify the next steps for consumers.
And a line of shampoo and conditioner is being recalled because of bacterial contamination. The Amica products may contain Plurobacter gergoviae, which could pose a risk to people with compromised immune systems. Health Canada says there have been 48 reports of foul odors coming from the products and 2 cases of irritation or allergic reaction. The recall includes multiple sizes of Amica's Mirror Ball High Shine and Protect shampoo and conditioner, which were sold between May of 2023 and November of last year. Consumers should stop using the products and return them for a refund. Well, our federal government is restricting the DeepSeek chatbot from some government phones. A memo from the Treasury Board Secretariat's CIO says the move is because of serious privacy concerns over the Chinese artificial intelligence company's inappropriate collection and retention of sensitive personal information. Dominic Rochon is suggesting other departments and agencies do the same as a precaution to protect government networks and data. DeepSeek released its chatbot last month, generating lots of buzz in the process because it's much more affordable and it uses less energy than products from rival AI companies.
Air Transat has scrapped free carry-ons for those who buy low-fare tickets on most flights. The airline says passengers on its Eco Budget and Eco Promo fare class will have to check their luggage on flights within North and South America as of Tuesday. The fees range between $35 and $50. Air Transat says the changes will allow for it to offer more competitive fares and align with industry practices.
And Korean Air is sitting on top of a new ratings poll. AirlineRatings.com has released its annual roundup of the best airlines around the world, and Korean Air was named the Airline of the Year for 2025. It beat out last year's winner, Qatar Airlines. The airline is part of the largest consolidation in Asian history. When it comes to pricing, AirAsia topped the list of the best 20 low-cost airlines for this year, beating out Jetstar and Air Baltic.
All right, we're taking a quick break right now, but Brian will be back with traffic and your 7-day forecast. Stay with us.
Yep, it's Monday. 6:23 is the time on this Monday morning, 10th of February. Here's some MTO traffic cameras, and there's really nothing to show you. QEW at Martindale and St. Catharines looks good. Top of the Skyway, moving nicely. No problems here at Appleby Line. You can see we're getting some light flurry activity, and you can see it drifting around this camera. No problems at Sheridan, and we'll dip into the 403 at Mavis. All doing fine so far this morning. Let's check some of the temperatures as we show yet another Annette Hum weekend walk. And you weren't walking on the water, were you? Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it looks like an icy waterfront there. -8 in Hamilton right now. Wind chill about -13, so it's a chilly start. -7 Grimsby, 6 for Mississauga, -5 into Toronto. So we'll talk about seasonal temperatures for this time of year. -2 for the daytime high. We got to that yesterday. We won't quite get there today. -10 for the overnight low. Those are our sun times and our records for today. And for school today, we should be -7 for the first bell, -4 for coming home, and there's that chance of some flurries a little later on. We're getting some light snow, as I said, right now. So -4 today, wind chill -10. -11 tonight, wind chill about -16. So a cold night. Tomorrow a bit better, -2, wind chill about -6, and again some flurries. -4 Wednesday, -3 on Thursday. We get some snow moving in Wednesday night into Thursday. Valentine's Day already on Friday. We'll get some sun and then back to clouds and some snow and some flurries, -2 and -5 for the weekend. That's your forecast. Annette, Emily.
Thanks so much, Brian. Okay, we have a really exciting story for you. A Hamilton woman was a judge at a fun new event at one of the world's most prestigious dog shows, the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show.
This is the very first time that Flyball got invited to be at Westminster. We hope we're going to be back for many more.
Now, Paula Johnson is part of the Zoom Flyball team that trains in Caledonia. On Saturday, she judged Westminster's inaugural Flyball tournament. So Flyball's a relay race for dogs. There are 4 dogs in each team racing up and down a course with jumps and a ball that pops out of a box in the middle. Now, Johnson isn't the only Canadian judge at Westminster this year. Will Alexander of Milton, who handled the Best in Show winner in 2015, is going to be a judge in the ring for the sporting group. He was actually on Morning Live last week talking about it. This year's Best in Show at Westminster will be decided tomorrow night. It's like the Oscars for me. Watching that. I love it.
I mean, you might know the answer having spoken to him. How does one get involved in this career, and is it too late for me to make a career change?
Oh, maybe.
Because this sounds amazing.
Yeah, lots of handling of dogs, and yeah. Imagine being surrounded by them. That would be awesome. Lots of fur, though.
Lots of fur. Oh my goodness, lots of allergy medication, lots of fur and hair everywhere. But they are groomed so well. I'm sure it is all okay.
Pampered, very pampered. Okay, we're gonna have lots more to come on Morning Live. Stay with us. We're back up right after the break.